Welcome to Football Coach's Edge. I'm the coach. This is episode 6, Visualization in Football Practices. In episode 5, I showed how best to introduce visualization to your players in the preseason, setting up a vision and philosophy, setting up team captains, correcting negative behaviors, setting up a player mentor-protege system, and what fundamental skills to focus on. In this episode, I will show you how to embed visualization techniques into your daily football practices. Allocating specific time for mental exercises within practice sessions underscores their importance. It also ensures consistency in habit formation, key to achieving the benefits of mental training. Effective integration of mental exercises into routine football practice requires strategic planning and a comprehensive understanding of the team's psychological needs. The process necessitates a systematic approach that is both individualized and team-focused. It involves the incorporation of specific visualization techniques, dedicated training time, and continuous evaluation. Regular assessment of mental training progress is vital, for this feedback loop allows for necessary adjustments and reinforces the value of mental training to the players. The major issues for coaches are how to structure visualization practice sessions for the specific people you are coaching and training, and how to get them to apply the use of mental imagery in real-life sports settings so that athletic performances improves. You will probably have to try different things to find the best approach that helps an athlete achieve their best, but probably the first place to start is by focusing on visualizations for specific skills or techniques that need improvement. So, on that note, here is my suggestion on how to embed visualization into your daily practice routine. Remember, as the coach, you are ultimately responsible for understanding your team's psychological needs and finding the best approach. First, this is a basic process for a skill and technique demonstration, such as run blocking or tackling. Step 1, players sit comfortably on the ground. This could be the whole team or for individual positions. And remember to have the mentor-protege pairs sitting together when possible. Step 2, the coach demonstrates a specific skill and technique. Step 3, the players visualize themselves in slow motion performing the skill and technique to perfection. Step 4, the players then perform the skill and technique live while coaches correct any mistakes. Step 5, the coach and players repeat this process for whatever amount of reps you think is necessary before moving on to the next skill and technique. Lastly, step 6, during the rest of the day after practice, that night in bed as they go to sleep, and in short 2 to 5 minute bursts throughout the next day, players should continue to visualize the skills and techniques that they learned in practice. This last part is very important because not only will it give your players more visualization practice, but will also allow them to master the skill and technique much quicker. Take, for example, when Aaron Rodgers learned a new skill or technique in practice, he would practice it that night in bed as he went to sleep. He would also keep mentally practicing in spare thinking moments throughout the day. This is what separates great players from average players. Now, notice that in step 3, players visualize performing a skill or technique to perfection. If you have watched my previous 5 episodes and have yet to understand how visualization will help your players, well, here it is in simple layman's terms. By visualizing success or perfection, you're programming your brain to believe that you can achieve it, hence removing any doubt or anxiety that you may have. As I stated in episode 4, removing doubt and anxiety from your players will lead to them performing at a high level, which is what you ultimately want. Next is a basic process for running your team offense, defense, and special teams. Step 1, active players stand in a given formation while reserves stand back. Step 2, the coach calls the play. Step 3, all players, including their reserves, visualize in slow motion performing their assignments perfectly with perfect technique. Step 4, active players run the play call live while coaches correct mistakes. It is at your discretion to repeat steps 1 through 4 as often as you find necessary before moving on to the next play call, especially if you are rotating in the reserves. Lastly, step 5, during the rest of the day after practice, that night in bed as they go to sleep, and whenever possible throughout the next day, players visualize their successful execution of all those plays. This last step is added on to any new skills and techniques that they learned in practice, which adds on to their post-practice visualization time, and that is okay. You should consistently reinforce your expectation that the players will commit to the post-practice visualization time and effort that is required for their mastery of skills, techniques, and plays. Make sure that your players are visualizing each step they are taught in the process in slow motion with perfect form and a perfect outcome. This I can't stress enough. I would also suggest incorporating visualization into your pre-practice warm-up routine. Remember, the more you can get players practicing visualization, the better. Here is an example of my pre-practice warm-up routine. Players match up in their mentor-protege pairs for the entire routine. They perform their required stretches and running. 15 minutes is usually an optimal amount of time for this. Next, they visualize tackling and blocking techniques and then take turns physically performing the blocking and tackling form technique only, not live. 5 minutes would be optimal for this. The pairs then go to a personal space and sit comfortably on the ground and visualize previous skills and techniques and play assignments in need of improvement. 10 minutes would be optimal for this. This warm-up process reinforces not only blocking and tackling, but also a growth mindset in your players as they are asked to reflect on something that they need to improve upon. I can't stress enough how revolutionary this visualization process is for player development. In closing, remember to make sure that your players are paired as mentor-protege during pre-practice warm-ups, practice downtimes, such as water breaks, during the post-practice address by the coaches, and any pre- or post-practice meetings. This concludes episode 6, Visualization in Football Practices. Please join me for episode 7, Visualization for Football Game Day Prep, where I will show you how to embed visualization into your game day preparations. Until then, this is the coach reminding you that the edge lies outside the box.